We spend our whole lives chasing something, but do we know why? We chase money, status, and success, thinking it will complete us. But like a mirage, the closer we get, the further it seems to move. Behind this success, many of us feel a deep sense of exhaustion and emptiness. Is there a better way to live, a way to let success come to us instead? This story about a young man and a wise sage will reveal the secret.
In a land where the sun always kissed the horizon, a young boy named Leo walked into the deepest part of the forest. He was only 18, but his heart felt as heavy as a mountain. He had spent years trying to catch a greatness he couldn't describe. Every goal he reached felt like a dry leaf in the wind, blown away the moment he touched it. He was running, but he didn't know where. They said a master lived at the peak, one who knew the secret of the light. With his last bit of energy, the boy climbed. The sage looked ancient, yet his skin glowed with a peace that the boy had never seen before. He moved with a grace that ignored time. "Master," the boy whispered through his dry throat, "I have given everything to succeed, but why does it feel like I am always losing?" The sage didn't answer with words at first. Instead, he handed the boy a cup of cool water and waited for the silence to speak. Finally, the master spoke. "Look down, young Leo. Look at that shadow. It is exactly like the success you have been chasing." "I challenge you," the sage whispered. "If you can catch that shadow with your hands, I will give you the answer you seek." Leo lunged forward, his fingers brushing the grass where the shadow had been. But as he moved, the shadow danced away. He began to run. He ran through the lilies and across the stones, his eyes locked on the dark shape that stayed ahead. The harder he pushed, the faster the shadow seemed to fly. It was always just an inch out of reach, mocking his efforts. He tripped and fell, the dust of the garden covering his green tunic. The shadow simply waited, unmoved and unreachable. The sage walked to him. "Tell me, Leo," he asked gently, "how does it feel to chase the thing that belongs to you?" The boy looked up with tears in his eyes. "It's impossible," he sobbed. "The faster I go, the further it flees." "Now," said the master, "stop looking at the ground. Stand up, turn your back to the shadow, and face the light." As he turned, the warmth of the sun hit his face. The darkness was no longer in his sight. There was only the brilliance of the day. "Now walk," the sage commanded. "Don't look back, just walk toward the source of the light." A look of wonder crossed Leo's face. Without running, without struggling, he felt something following him. His shadow was finally behind him. He realized that as long as he moved toward the light, the shadow had no choice but to follow. It was no longer his master. The sage walked beside him. "Success is your shadow, Leo. If you chase it, you lose your way. If you walk toward the light, it finds its place." For the first time in his life, the boy didn't feel the need to run.
The weight on his shoulders had vanished into the golden air. "Thank you, Master," Leo whispered. He finally understood that the light was his purpose and the shadow was just a result. He knew now that his 18 years were just the beginning, a beginning where he would no longer be a shadow chaser. He returned to his village, not with a trophy, but with a light in his soul, and everywhere he went, greatness followed him effortlessly. The chase was over. The journey of purpose had begun. He was finally free. Let's remember these 3 words: shadow, exhausted, and contentment. Success is like a shadow. If you chase it directly, you will feel exhausted. But if you face the light, your purpose, success will follow you. Stop chasing and start living with purpose. True contentment is found in the light. Thank you for watching.